All right, guys. I have with me Luxorian Sun after taking the 2-0 against Chicken Nuggets. So, how's it feel, Swoopster, to get the 2-0 against Chicken Nuggets?
It feels heckin' darn good. I gotta say, Chicken Nuggets, they're a good team. Um, they've taken a series off FWC, so it's definitely not like a pushover opponent. And we
Mhm.
need the wins if we're gonna make playoffs. So it's a really good win for us.
Yeah. And how are you guys feeling? Obviously, like you said, you're battling to make it into the top 8 for playoffs, and obviously you're towards the bottom half of the standings. So, how was morale coming into this series?
It's pretty good actually. We started the season off like getting like our draws like normal, and then we
Mhm.
kind of had uh, our DPS player was Patches for the first part of the season,
Mhm.
and Patches actually left the team. So we have a new DPS player, JTR, who he's been a sub for us for a long time. He's played with us before. Um, he just made GM in Team League, by the way. So he's GM Team League and Hero League. Shout out to JTR. God.
Nice.
Well, you guys would know him as Luxorian. That's his that's his account on this. But yeah, I mean, it's been going really good. Our last 2 weeks of practice and results have been really good. We had a really good series against TNC. We took a game off of them, and they're obviously top of the league.
Yep.
We had a pretty comfortable one against CGL earlier this week, and we played really well tonight. So yeah, we're all pretty confident.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you guys feel that part of the reason you had kind of like the rough patch was the lack of patches and getting the new synergy with your new range DPS?
I mean, partially. I mean, just in general, we've always been inconsistent throughout. I mean, for a number of reasons. Obviously, we all have real lives, and we all have varying amounts of time to dedicate to the game. But yeah, I'd say like just. I mean, building our synergy with JTR has been really good. Our comps have really come together, and our hero pools really complement each other. So it really opens up a lot of our drafting. And I mean, so like right now, like and JTR brings a lot of knowledge to draft, so
Mhm.
it's been it's been a really good partnership so far.
So have you guys also changed like how you draft in part because you have him and he's contributing? Was it different from last season, for instance, in how you drafted?
It's just like I mean, just in general, like when you have I'm usually the most vocal in draft. I'm our primary drafter,
Mhm.
and like everyone else kind of like chips in some of their ideas, but JTR's like would be confident being the main drafter, so
Mhm.
he just brings a lot of kind of like head checking where like sometimes you're not thinking and you say something and they're like, oh no, this looks good here, or like no, this is a problem here,
Yep.
and it's just like when you have like kind of that second in command who's like you're just as confident in,
Yep.
it just brings a lot of like confidence you're drafting,
Yeah.
and
He keeps you
covers a lot of
honest,
different.
essentially.
Yeah, for sure.
So game one was definitely a roller coaster there where you guys were taking fights, they took some fights, and also various varying phases of like when you would get those kills. Uh, but you guys started off pretty strong with opening up the map pretty well. Were you guys feeling good throughout that in that game one?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I think like I mean, they're definitely again they're a bunch of really good players.
Mm-hmm.
They're all technically very strong, so they definitely got a few nice fights here and there. But like I mean, right from the very beginning, we really had control of the map, and as soon as we got that second turn in, like denied them for that long, we were just far enough ahead that we were confident in like controlling the map, especially since they had like a keep wall down and their forts were softened. So
Yep.
I think once we got through that second turn in, like the game really started to tilt in our favor.
Yeah, they had those gems for a very long time until like near the end, at which point you finally kind of had a very decisive team fight, winning the game at that point as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that the second game was like a lot crazier. I mean, they had really good shrine control, and
Yep.
it was really hard for us to win a shrine. So the, when we won that last fight on the shrine to win that, or we got that pick off on Alex Straza,
Yep.
it was really nice. I mean, it took a lot of pressure off of us.
Yeah. Because taking out a DPS still means you're facing another DPS, and they still have the support. And Alex Strauss is still popping dragon, still makes it hard for you guys to fight into the shrine, even with the man up. but without its support there and without essentially a critical element of the shrine control, they basically had to walk away.
Yeah, it was really good, especially because like they were really coming on 20 at that moment, and if they got 20 before us, it was gonna be really hard because we're probably gonna have to go with that objective. But we got the pick off, and then we ended up getting 21st,
Mhm.
and it's I mean that second game was definitely not as one sided.
Yeah.
It was definitely back and forth the whole time.
Yeah, I think that was that not the first Punisher you guys actually picked up as well that game?
Yeah, they had control of the Punisher every time.
Yep.
It was pretty bad.
So, who made the call for you guys to like abandon the shrine and go and do the backdoor? Well, I guess backdoor to some degree to go and just push the bot lane in as much as you can.
That's Hayes. I mean, Hayes makes most of our macro shot calls. And yeah, that was his call. We believed in it, and we have really good when we're uncontested, we have really good pushing strength. Like
Yep.
Jimmy's insane late game, so yeah, I mean it scared them. They came back real quick, and they wasted the
Yeah,
Punisher because of it.
I think that may have been like the game-winning moment for you in the sense that you could have potentially actually lost the game there because it was still 15-16. You collected so much experience that you actually got 16 before they did. They didn't push alongside of a Punisher at all, giving you the free clear. So at that point, they basically had no window of opportunity to try and close out the game.
Yeah, that was the lucky thing for us was like they had a really good shrine in comp, and they took advantage of that, and they were playing around that pretty well. But our whole concept was around minimizing how much they got out of the Punishers because Punishers were really their only win condition
Yep.
outside of just straight winning at like a team fight. But we felt pretty confident taking like a head-on team fight off the shrine when they didn't have dragons. So I think really it came down to like they had to win shrine to win the game, and so once we got it, it was they didn't have a great defense. Well, I mean they had okay defense, but Junkrat and Phoenix are a little bit vulnerable when they're like defending something like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, we took it to the court. We took it home. AD.
Yeah. So at what point did you guys actually think you could win it? Was it at the point you got the kill on August?
I think we were basically. I mean, it was 20, so we were basically calling core. Right as soon as we saw like Junkrat and Phoenix were trying to bait us bottom to defend that,
Mhm.
we were like, no, like we already have this kill. Like we're going. Like it's like as soon as we're walking down with the Punisher and see that they're not there defending early, and we're like, no, we're taking this.
Yeah, it was great. And you guys obviously won that race and won the game.
Feels good, man.
So, how are you guys feeling for your chances to make the playoffs? Since obviously you just got the 2 wins, the season is closing out relatively soon, and obviously I think that moves you up to somewhere around ninth. I guess it also depends on if well, it moves you definitely ahead of Hydralix. Although I'm not sure if Hydralix are staying in the Storm division or not.
Yeah, I mean, we did the math on it.
Mhm.
If we win out, it's going to be really difficult. It would be almost impossible for us to not finish sixth. So
Mhm.
we want to. I mean, like as of like after we had that tie with TNC on Monday, and we won our game. We won our series Tuesday. We won our series today. All we got to do is win the rest of our series. So easy.
Yeah, easy clap, baby.
But yeah, no, I mean, a lot of the strongest. We've already played FWC. We've already played TNC. We've already played Run Boys. We've already played Abusement Park. So really, like the top teams in the league, like
Okay.
we've already played. So we're really looking to. We have to play like Send Noodles, Hydralix if they do stay in the division. So we're pretty confident in our chances.
Yeah, if there's ever like the sunny side of like we have to make a perfect run to get into the playoffs, it's good to know that you're playing against the bottom half where your run.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So before we get going, I'd like to give you the opportunity to give any shout outs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, shout out to crap, I forgot the name of the team we just played.
Chicken
um,
nuggets.
Chicken Nuggets. Yeah, shout out to Chicken Nuggets. It was good games. It was a lot of fun. Shout out to you, Akuma.
Thanks.
Always thanks for casting. Shout out to NGS. May you solve your troubles. And yeah, shout outs to my team. So much love.
All right, thank you so much, Swoop, for the interview, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too, brother.
All right, guys, that was Luxorian Sun against Chicken Nuggets, And if you were here with me, you saw Luxorian Sun take that series 2-0. So thank you so much, everyone who's stopped on by to watch the series. I am Akama. You should know that because my name's there, and you guys are on the page for Twitch. I also have my Twitter if you want to know what other games I'm casting. I also have the VODs as I do them slowly that get tossed onto YouTube, and also my Twitch collection. So technically you can watch the VOD after I stop the cast too. So you have both if you're really anxious, and if you don't really care and want to catch it on like YouTube, you'll get it in the future. But thank you so much, everyone, for stopping on by. If you enjoyed the stream, please follow. And even more importantly, come back for more Shoutcast, because I cast for everyone to watch, not for myself and not for my cat over there. I mean, my co-caster is great, but she doesn't have much to say about the matches either. So thanks again, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll be popping on up the replays and tossing you guys over to probably one of the other shoutcasters that are still casting this evening.